Yeah, so Dr. Shroff's Charity Eye Hospital is in Daryaganj. We're housed in a heritage building over there. The mission has continued to be to serve the people who really can't afford good quality eye care. And there was a phase till the 60s. I think the hospital was the premium eye hospital in North India, and that, like what happens in the life cycles of several organizations, it had kind of degenerated through the 70s, 80s, 90s. And similar to what you were talking about as a responsibility towards the society, the Aisha group basically stepped in to support the hospital somewhere in the mid 90s. And from a pure charity model, we moved to a cross subsidy model. And then on through the early 2000s, we basically have built it as a very high quality eye hospital that continues to look after the poor. 50%, more than 50% of the work that we do is done absolutely free or very highly subsidized for the people who can't afford it. And because of the quality of care, people who can even afford the boutique clinics choose to come to us. As Ranjan was mentioning, Dr. Kalam underwent cataract surgery at the hospital, and over a period of time, recently the Week magazine put us as one of the best eye hospitals in the country. Apart from being in the location in Delhi, we realized somewhere in early 2000s that the real need is actually outside Delhi. Delhi is fairly well looked after. And so we have hospitals in Saharanpur, Vrindavan, Alwar, Lakhimpur Kheri, Meerut and Ranikhet. And these are surgical centers which are dotted with primary eye care clinics which are manned by technicians. And we train young women as eye care technicians. Over the last 5-6 years, we've trained over 600 young women through a 2-year program. And these become, about 80% of them are able to work in our place or otherwise find jobs elsewhere. So they help in building the workforce, and they're from around the regions where we work. So apart from being the workforce as technicians in the hospital, it changes their lives in many ways. These are 12th grade educated young women who become part of the workforce. We also train doctors, and while in training they serve in our hospitals, and then a lot of them like being there and sometimes want to serve a little longer, and that's how we sustain our program. We generally meet our running expenses from our work, but we look out for support for capital expenditure. One big area which Brigadier Williams just mentioned was support for infrastructure and systems. I think I would agree 100%. That's what's sometimes missing, and there is support required for that. In fact, a lot of international NGOs and places, groups like Rotary, have generally say we won't touch infrastructure. You have to get that, but hospitals need infrastructure. You can't just work under a tree. So you need that support. And I think today we have a model where we can reach out to more geographic areas. We can train the human resource, create that human resource, make it sustainable. But there is a need for support in infrastructure, equipment and capital. And I would encourage corporates to support that. But I think very happy to be part of this program here at COSP because, and we've been working very closely with Ranjan and Padma. It's interesting to have those discussions and learn about how things work. So thank you for this honor.